What's up, everybody? New video time. Just want to say thank you first off. Me and Sarah had a 1-year anniversary last week, and I made the video before we went out to celebrate it, and you guys were all saying, you know, congratulations and enjoy the 1-year anniversary and whatever we were doing. We went down to Newport, Rhode Island, but a lot of people were reaching out through comments, emails and stuff like that, saying congratulations to me and Sarah. So I just want to say I really appreciate that. Just want to make a new video for you guys. Me and Sarah were talking about this subject on the way back from our last wedding, and I thought it'd be great to make a video about it. I'm going to do my best to focus. I got freaking poison ivy on my face. You guys probably can't see it, but it's right. I woke up this morning. It's right here on my ear, behind my ear, and on my damn eyelid up there. It's absolutely miserable, and it's itching like crazy. I think I got it on the engagement shoot we were at the day before yesterday or something. We were up in New Hampshire, and I didn't touch any shrubbery or anything, but we were in the woods, but I just can't. I must have got it then, but anyways, it's driving me nuts, so I'm going to try and focus on the video. But today I wanted to talk about the most important thing to making a great photograph. Okay? This is, I truly believe that the most important thing to any, and this goes for people. So if you're shooting weddings, or if you're going to a family session, or you're going to an engagement session, or something where you're working with people who are paying you, clients, not professional models, but even professional models, but this mostly pertains to the stuff I do, which is weddings and families and people. The most important thing, 100%, that I've discovered is the first 10 minutes. Okay? It's the first 10 minutes. And I don't mean the first 10 minutes when you get your gear out and you're set up and you guys are at the location and you're getting ready to shoot. I mean the first 10 minutes of when you arrive and your client arrives and you guys both say hi to each other for the first time. Okay, so for instance, we had a family shoot. We had an engagement shoot and a family shoot the day before yesterday. The family shoot was in the beginning, and this lady had 2 little kids. One was 3 and one was 4. No, I'm sorry, 2 and 4. And we had never met them before. And as soon as they arrived, Sarah and I are making a connection with the people. Okay, as soon as we get out of the car, we're going over to them. We're saying hi. We're making sure our personalities are inviting and happy, and we're not making it awkward or anything like that. Now, there is a difference between a couples on an engagement shoot or a wedding and families with children, definitely, but it's all kind of under the same umbrella. And now, I believe that the best photographers who deal with people always have the best personalities when it's showtime, when the clients come on. Because the thing is me, myself, I'm not very much, it's funny because I am a loner. I don't have a ton of friends. I don't have a social life at all. It's really photography, going to the gym, and that's pretty much it. And hanging out with my family, obviously. But when I'm on-site shooting, it's some other dimension of my personality activates, and I understand that first few minutes of stepping on site with a client is the most important part of the connection that you can make. Because if you step on site and you make it awkward, or if there's tension, you don't know what to say, your nervousness is coming off of you, it's going to transfer to your clients so fast. So fast, and they are not going to be able to relax around you, and your photos are going to come out like shit no matter what you do. Because the thing is a good photograph, you guys know this, a good photograph is all about connection, and that connection comes through in small, minute ways that sometimes can't even be described. It's just certain looks, certain ways people have their body language, certain ways they turn their head, certain ways that they interact with the other people on the camera. All that stuff is set by you as the photographer. And I think that most people who go out and shoot photos forget this stuff. They want to look at other people's work and be like, oh, that lighting was cool, or how do I get this lens to get that effect or something like that. But when in reality, the most important thing that you should be focused on is what's your demeanor when you're on site? What's it like when they first see you? What do you wait for them to talk to you? Do you freeze up when people ask you questions? Are you able to get loose and actually, make people feel comfortable? And I think that it would help people's photos, like, take them to the next level if they can honestly answer those questions. Because, I guess nobody wants to really admit that they could be awkward around other people or they can make other people feel tense. But if that's you, when you go on site and you're feeling that tension and your clients are, you're getting that sense that they're not able to loosen up and you're not getting the type of natural photos that you want, you need to assess your own behavior and you need to assess how you're putting across the vibe to these people. It's not you get in the car and you're like, because the thing is like Sarah and I, we work with all different types of people. I mean, we have some clients who are freaking wicked outgoing. We have some clients who are very reserved. We have some clients who like being in front of the camera. We have some clients who hate it. I mean, the wedding before last, the couple, our whole consultations with them. When we first went to meet them, when we had FaceTime appointments with them to lock down the itinerary for the day, they kept saying that they hated being in front of the camera, and they kept reminding us how they didn't really want photos and they just wanted a couple and don't worry about it and all that. But as soon as we actually got to the wedding and we were shooting them, it was like a whole different thing. They really opened up and they could not stop texting us and sending us emails after saying thank you for, making the situation comfortable. Thank you for opening up to us. It was so much more fun than I thought it was going to be. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you need, if you want to be a good photographer or like, step above the rest of the people, you need to be able to create real, genuine, comfortable connections with your clients. And that for some people it takes a lot of practice. I mean, it really does. And I think that that's really the most important thing before gear, before anything else, is making sure that you know how to act and you're paying attention to these, subtle nuances and the connections between you and your clients, because it makes a huge, huge, huge difference. I mean, there was one situation, okay, in all the years that Sarah and I have been photographing, we had one scenario where it started off awkward and bad, and it ended up pretty terrible. We ended up getting some good shots, but it was a very awkward and very difficult photo shoot, and a lot of the photos were very forced. And what happened was we told our couple, or it was actually a family shoot, we told our clients to meet us at a certain place, and we gave them the address, and it was a park, and there was a couple different entrances to the park. It was very big. So we gave them the address. They went there. But we actually just didn't follow directions. We just went to the entrance of the park that we normally went to. And we both were like, they were there on time, and we were sitting at this other entrance for like 30 minutes. And they were like, kind of pissed because they were waiting. Obviously, they're paying clients. We're always early. That's another tip. I mean, should never be like less than 10 minutes early to a photo shoot. But they were waiting, they were pissed, and it started off this vibe that we just couldn't shake the whole time. I mean, so that's a good example. It's like no matter how charming you are, sometimes like you have to make sure that those first few minutes are set on good grounds and you're creating that connection with them so they know, okay, this isn't going to be awkward, this person's fun, this person's going to make this an experience that's like enjoyable for me. And they will respond with a much, much lighter demeanor and listen to your directions and not think of it so much as a chore. And then you're going to get those real shots. Because it's all about, people want natural feeling photography now. They want stuff that's candid, they want stuff that's real, and they want stuff that you can feel the connection with. So I wanted to pass that along to you guys. Me and Sarah were talking about that on the way up from the last wedding, and I'm not trying to brag, but like, our clients, they love us so much. They keep constantly reaching out after the weddings, even before they get their photos back, just to remind us how comfortable they felt and how much fun it was to shoot, and and how much they were dreading it in the beginning, but then it turned out to be a blast. And I think that's really one of our strong points. And also too, for you guys getting more business, I mean, this is the key. It's not just the photographs. It's how are you to work with. What did you make those clients feel like? Because I'm telling you, if you produce great photographs, but also you make them feel comfortable and you're a pleasure to have on site, and you're, really working up the connection with the close friends and family members, you are going to have them. So our goal is when we step off site, we want everybody that we interacted with that day, if anybody says the word photography to them for the rest of their lives, we want them to say, you have to use PerlaImages. Sarah and Will were unbelievable. Just go on and on and on about us, because that power of word of mouth is better than any marketing that you can do, because the people who contact us from, from associations of past weddings, their first question isn't how much you charge. Their first question is, are you available on my date? Price is a secondary thing, because they've already been told, listen, it's a great experience. Not only the photo's great, but it's so much fun to work with these people. It's not a pain in the ass. It's a blast. So wanted to put that out there to you guys. And I haven't really seen anybody talking about this. So I wanted to see what you guys thought about it. Are you guys experiencing that type of thing? I mean, what are your? I'd like to hear some horror stories. Stuff that you've learned, like, oh, this got really jacked up with the connection with me and my client. It screwed things up in this way, and then this is how I, changed myself or something like that. I'd really like to hear those stories, because I see nobody talking about this stuff. So, yeah. Till next time, guys. Thanks for watching.